Hello, this is Spidey1958, and welcome to my Let's Play of a new game that's in early release called The Last World. It's definitely a game under development and that, so it has a ways to go, but I found it fun, so I thought I would give you a quick overview, especially since it's got a fairly steep learning curve on it, so it will certainly help if you can see some of the basics. So let's go ahead and create a new world. I guess I should show you this. Ultimately, you'll be able to build your own new robots. That's not in yet. So this is the robot we have with his various pieces and that. So let's go back there. Sandbox. We're going to create a new world. And we will call it Spiderland. And 8675309 is going to be our seed. I don't know how many of you will know where that's from, so. And then we're going to generate rivers, which I've never actually seen, so I don't know if that option actually does anything. You can theoretically, ultimately, you'll be able to generate a whole solar system, but this, like I said, is really early access, so it's not there yet. So then we click on Create, and it's going to create the basic world. Then over here, we can look at the world by biomes, heights, heat, moisture, and biomes, which is what we started with. So this is like tropical rainforest, this is woodlands, this is desert, this is savanna. So next is location. Ground quality high, minimap quality very high. We'll leave grass off. I don't really care about grass. So we're going to make it, let's make it just a little, well, let's leave it at normal. We'll leave it at normal. Environment, we're going to turn off day and night so that you guys don't have to deal with it getting dark because it gets really dark at night. And we'll go ahead and leave the tutorials on because that'll help get stuff going. And we're going to start here. And then we go ahead and hit landing. It's going to let us choose a character. We only have the one because we can't activate additional slots yet because it's not available in early access. So then we're going to go to landing and say yes to create world. Now this is basically a factory building game. You're a little robot. So instead of food, you have to be sure you can keep charged. And there's those stand. You start with iron. Let's see. There's iron, copper, titanium, gold, steel, concrete. A lot of the standard stuff you have to come up with. And it's sort of like Factorial in that you build circuits that you pour into a device to research new technologies. So let's go ahead, play. It's going to tell us to select our landing point. Okay, in what I've been doing experience-wise, you want to start, your first choice is to start near a stone field. If you can't find a stone field to start to, there's some right there. Natural gas near it, coal there. Hey, this is a good start. So we are going to start right here. So our little ship is going to land. with a thud. Okay, it's going to tell you about the controls. It's pretty much the standard controls. Context maps. I'll go over most of this. So, okay, so the first thing we need to do is retrieve resources from here. So we're going to right click here and take all. This is our little robot here. So the first thing it wants to do is build us power plants. Well, we're going to need something else for power plants, and that is stone. So we're going to go over here and mine the stone. As you can see, the stone has both stone and coal in it. This has stone and sulfur. We need to find one that has iron in it, because we're going to need a little additional iron to get everything going the way we want. Copper. Now, copper can do in a pinch. There's some iron. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is lay down our thermal power plants. It wants us to build 3 of these. You can rotate, but only in 90-degree increments, which is fine with me. And we need to build 3 of those. So then we're going to select our little guy here. You can also select him by clicking there. We're going to right click here and they're going to add the resources. Once you have all the proper resources, it will auto build. So we can go ahead and do this for all 3 of these. And we can get rid of this tip. Okay, so now we got the powers taken. Next thing we need is a component factory. So we're going to go here, production, component factory, and we'll just set it here for the time being. We only need 1 of those. Oops. I wish it would auto reselect that guy. But I guess ultimately you'll have multiple little robots. Okay, so we have that going. Then we need 2 research stations. And they do give you enough resources to build all this. Oops. Have to actually click on it. Okay. And you see when you put the cursor over it, it tells you the resources you need. I may need more stone. Hopefully I have enough. If not, yep, I have enough. Okay, now we got to go and fuel everything. Actually, we got a couple more steps. So this uses a grid mode for conveyors and power and all that, so you don't actually have to run cables. Sort of like Factory Town. Except there you have to actually build the pipes. As far as I can tell, you don't have to do this on this. So let's go in. Okay. So we're going to go to build menu again. You see we got 2 new menus. And we're going to go to power. You have to build a web tower. That determines where you can have stuff that works. So let's see. Can I get both the coal mine and the Yep, if I move it right there. And again, we need to select our little friend. You can also, like I said, just click there and add resources. Okay, now we can hit T. Hit T. Sometimes T doesn't work. I don't know why. And you can see where our builds are and what's in range. So what we're going to do is click there and go there. Click there and go there. Click there and go there. Go there. And then go there. And that should get them all connected. So now we need fuel. So we could get a little coal, but we don't have the full coal thing yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and mine these trees. Now you can mine a whole bunch of area, but wood takes up a lot of room in your inventory. So while that's doing that, we want to go to our technology tree. Here it's going to tell you about research. I'm not going to read this, I'll just go through it quickly. Okay, so the first thing we want is the collector so we can charge ourselves. So we're going to throw that in our queue. So you can have up to 6 things in your queue. Okay. Let's go get a little bit more wood here. And the thing in technology, you see here we need basic chip circuits. There are 3 types of chips, just sort of the same as the Kool-Aid in Factorial. So we need 230 for that. We cleverly have 200 on us. So we're going to load all fuel we have, load all the fuel we have, and we have no more fuel. So we're going to go ahead and get a little bit more here. And it does seem to be a delay before the blinking things go away. Because we need a charger to charge our battery. We have a spare battery on us that we start with so that you can alternate. Because it'll be quite a while before you get the technology to build more batteries. Well, apparently there's no room for trees. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and reselect our friend here. And we're going to go down here. And if we click on it here, we can go to the inventory, open the building. And we're going to put 100 of our circuits into there. And then we're going to click on this building, open it. As long as you're relatively close, you can access the inventory to move things like that. So now we need more circuits. So we're going to go here. And we see for circuits we need 1 stone and 1 iron, or 1 stone and 2 copper. We're going to go with the 1 stone, 1 iron for now. So we're close enough. We could put in the stone we have. So you can see this is the inventory where you can see all the various things you have, and you can see the bar how far down your battery is. And there's our resources we have. Wood filled up there. Doesn't like to pull stuff out of there, which I take advantage of. So we're going to put this stuff up there. Okay. So we're going to throw our stone in there. Now we need iron, which is why I was looking for a little bit of iron. So we're going to go over here and mine this. And we're going to go ahead and crank the speed up. I usually play with it on the higher speed most of the time. It's just easier with explaining stuff. Okay, so then we're going to go over here and click on this again. And where's the iron? All we got was stone. We were supposed to get iron out of that. We need iron. Bad computer. Bad. No iron. I don't think we can put that up there. Nope. You can only put certain things up there. Now we got to find more iron. There's some. Maybe that was all stone. No, I could have sworn that was 11% iron. Let's speed things up again. And you can see up here counting as it burns through the circuits. Okay, let's see if we got iron this time. Yes, this time we got iron. So we can do create. We'll set it for infinite because we're going to need these all the time. And we need 30 more of them. While that's going on, let's see if we can, any of these need fuel. Okay, how are we doing here? We have our 30 yet. No, we only got 15. So let's speed this up again. And we didn't get enough iron. Well, that's not fun. By the way, you have to have this selected when you select this to be able to move stuff between it. And if you right click on it, you can separate and split it. So we need to find more iron. So more iron rocks. Coal, 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 sulfur, copper. Well, we can do with copper. So let's go ahead. But I turned off night. Apparently it doesn't, it ignores that setting. Okay, so we're going to go here. Pink. And we're going to clear this. Move. I'm going to set that on. I'm going to throw our copper in here. Got a heck of a lot more copper than we did iron. And then we're going to go ahead and have that start creating circuits. And that should be enough circuits. I'm going to go down here. And we can just throw them all in there. We only had a few more. Okay. So then it's going to tell us some more about charging energy cells and that. So I'm going to go ahead and build our new power. And we're going to build it right there. And have our little friend go and add resources. And we're going to open it up here. And we're going to right click on this to send it to charge. And we're going to move our spare batteries up to there. So now we got our battery problem taken care of. So the next thing we want to do is build a crusher and build a sawmill. So let's go ahead, go to our mining tab here. First we want to build the crusher. And for the time being I'll throw it here. Oops. Like I said, it always does that. Okay, then we want to go to our tool menu and get some power to it. No, I just realized I didn't send power to this. So the battery wasn't really charging. Now it is. Okay, then we can go ahead and open this. What this does, if we throw a rock into it, oops. It gives us iron ore and copper. Can also make sand, which we'll use later, but for now that's what we have. And then the other thing we can make, they want us to make here, is a sawmill, which we will set down over here. That should be within, and we'll set it right here. Select our little friend, add resources. And we need wood and stone. Okay. Here's our wood. That should be enough wood, and we need stone. Yeah, I know I specifically turned off weather and night, so apparently that setting doesn't work. Okay, let's see if we had enough resources now. There we go. And that ends the tutorial. So let's go ahead and get some power to our woodworking shop there. Okay, we're going to need more stone here. And we're going to go back here. Let's see, we got more copper. So we're going to go ahead and pull some of this stone out. Actually, that's copper. Okay. Then we're going to go over to this guy. We're going to pull out all the iron. Put some more stone in there. Okay, then we're going to throw the iron in here. Whoops. And we're going to get rid of this recipe and go back to our iron recipe. Okay. And then we're going to set our next technology. There are several different technologies we can get, but the one that I think is most important for us that you want to get fairly soon before you run out of resources. And where is it? There it is. Got to get this one first. This is the ore mine, which lets us mine ores. And then after that, we want to get ore clearing, but we'll have to wait till we get the first one. So then we can go here. We don't want to take all items. Okay, let's go refill these. Apparently we're out of... Okay. Okay, keep our power plants going there. And let's go get some more of these. Okay. So then we're going to go ahead and place here our drilling rig. Which I may need stone for, so let's go ahead and mine the stone. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and do our little T. Pink and pink. And then we're going to go ahead and deliver goodies. Okay, so that's now creating, you notice how these have question marks? We're going to deal with that here in a minute. So let's go ahead and queue up our next stuff we want. So the first thing we want is we need to unlock the center because that will let us start scanning. It also will let us get technologies we need. Next thing we want is scanning. because we'll be able to scan after we get that center. So we got those. We got stuff producing. I will probably at this point end the video. As always, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give me a like or a comment. And if you disliked the video, leaving me a dislike is fine. But please leave a comment saying why you disliked the video. As always, this is Spidey 1958, and have fun gaming!